Avast there, me hearties. Today we be loading the cannons and taking a shot at Black Fleet. Black Fleet is a game from designer Sebastian Bleasdale, brought to you by Space Cowboys and Asmodee. In Black Fleet, 3 to 4 players will take on the role of merchant captains, pirate captains, and naval captains, all on their turn, in order to raise the most gold fastest in order to complete their goals to win the game. In this game, you're going to use your merchant ships to pick up goods at the port, transport them to other ports and gain money. You're going to use your pirate ship to try to board and steal goods and money from other players' merchant ships. And you're going to use your naval captain to chase down those pesky pirates and sink them for a healthy bounty. All of these things you do help you make the gold that you need in order to buy your gold cards. Each of the gold cards has a bonus on the back side of it that once you buy it, you get to flip it over and use that power for the rest of the game. The game itself has fantastic components. You have molded ship pieces. You have fantastic cardstock cards with great art. You have a gorgeous board that has very nice art. If you really take a look at it, a lot of entertaining things are going on the board. You have the insert with the Jolly Roger molded right into the insert that holds all of your components with no need for extra baggies or any other materials, and metal coins as the last final touch that I really love in this game. So what do I think of Black Fleet overall? I really like Black Fleet. I think it's a really good little game if you want to play pirates, for lack of a better term. I really like Merchant and Marauders, but Merchants and Marauders could really drag at times. You would end up in a game where you could take your turn in a minute and then be waiting 15 minutes until your next turn comes around to you if you're having a bad run in that game. This game, everybody keeps hopping. Snap, snap, snap. Your turn doesn't take too long. There's not much AP in this type of game. You just move your ships through all 3 of your ships. You do what you need to do. You sink a ship, you pick up goods, you drop off goods, you get money, you buy cards. It's very simplistic gameplay, but there's a lot of strategy. The disadvantage is it's only 3 or 4 players. The game isn't labeled for 2 players, and it just probably would not work for 2 players. The map is too big. I suppose you could try to chop the map off, but then that messes it up because the ports are on the other side of the board. So you really have to follow what the box says and play with 3 to 4 players. Also, if you don't like take-that games, if you don't like games where you have a lot of interactions, where you're messing with the other players and the other players are messing with you, you're not going to like Black Fleet as much because there's a lot of that in this game. None of it's ever permanently damaging. You lose some goods, which costs you money in the long run. If your pirate ship gets sunk, you just put it out on the board your next turn. The same thing with your merchant ship. You put it in port and fill it back up with goods to start its next journey. But you can really harry the other players. And you've got to be careful and watch for a runaway leader, that you don't allow one player to just do his own thing while everybody else is fighting with each other, or that guy's going to make a lot of gold really quick and sneak up on you and win the game. So you've really got to be paying attention to what all the players at the table are doing and try to mitigate their strategy as well as further your own. That being said, I love this game. I really do. I picked it up at Gen Con. It was actually my first purchase at Gen Con. I ran straight for the booth to get this thing because I thought it was beautiful, and I thought that the gameplay would be really simple and easy, something to throw on the table, have a nice, fun game at game night. It only takes about an hour to play, and it's one that I really recommend. Thanks. We'll see you next time.